Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel, where we look beyond the titles and crowns to find the real human stories of the royal family. Today we're talking about one of the most quietly powerful moments in recent royal history, a moment when Prince William spoke to his father, King Charles, not as the monarch of the United Kingdom, but simply as dad, and how that single act of love brought the Princess of Wales to tears. Prince William and King Charles have walked a long road together. From the little boy kicking a football across the grass at Kensington Palace while his father cheered him on, to the grown man standing beside his father through unimaginable loss and personal hardship. Their relationship has not always been simple. Duty, distance, grief, and the weight of the crown have tested it many times. But in the last couple of years something changed. The year 2024 was described by William himself as brutal. First came the announcement of Kate's major abdominal surgery in January. Then, just weeks later, the news that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer. Suddenly, the future king was carrying the responsibility of the monarchy, supporting a recovering wife, protecting 3 young children, and quietly worrying about the health of the man he still calls Pa. Through those dark months, the royal family showed the world a new kind of strength. Not the polished strength of parades and speeches, but the everyday strength of people holding each other up when life feels too heavy. On Father's Day that year, small gestures spoke louder than any official statement. William shared a nostalgic black-and-white photograph of himself as a toddler mid-kick, with his father crouched behind him, smiling proudly. The caption was simple: "Happy Father's Day, Pa W." At the same time, the Prince and Princess of Wales shared a beautiful set of images of William with George, Charlotte, and Louis. Candid, joyful moments of a father wrapping his children in his arms on a windswept Norfolk beach. Before and after shots that showed how much those children adore their dad, and how fiercely he protects them. These were not grand public declarations. They were private, tender reminders that beneath every crown is a father, and beneath every father is a son who still remembers being loved by him. And then came the moment that many royal watchers will never forget. It happened during a small, private family gathering, one that was never intended for cameras or headlines. According to those who were present and later spoke discreetly to trusted journalists, Prince William stood up in front of his father and spoke from the heart. He didn't talk about the crown or the Commonwealth or the future of the monarchy. He spoke about the man who taught him to ride a bicycle on the Sandringham lawns. The father who read him stories even when his own schedule was impossible. The parent who, despite every pressure the world placed on him, still showed up. William spoke of gratitude for the quiet lessons, the patience, the humor, the resilience that shaped him into the man he is today. He thanked his father for being there through the hardest days, for fighting his illness with dignity, for giving him someone to look up to even now. And he didn't call him Your Majesty. He called him Pa. In that moment the room became very still. Everyone felt the shift, the way the words moved from duty to something far more personal and fragile. Kate was sitting close by. She had been through her own battle, her own long nights of fear, her own slow return to strength. She had watched her husband carry so much for so long. And now she watched him stand there, honoring the man who had shaped him, the man they both loved. Her eyes filled with tears. Not tears of sorrow, but of something deeper. Overwhelming love, relief, gratitude, and the quiet wonder of seeing 2 people she cherished most in the world share something so honest. People who saw it described the moment as beautiful and heartbreaking at once. Kate gently pressed her lips together, trying to hold everything in, one hand reaching out to rest lightly on William's arm, a small, instinctive gesture that said more than any speech ever could. This was not about weakness. It was the opposite. It was the strength of a family that had walked through fire together and come out still holding hands. In a world that often reduces the royals to symbols, protocol, and headlines, this moment reminded everyone of the simple truth underneath it all. Kings are fathers first. Future queens are wives, mothers, daughters-in-law who feel everything deeply. And sometimes the most powerful thing a person can do is look at the one who raised them and say thank you. Not for the throne but for the love. Today the picture looks brighter. Kate is in remission and returning to public life with her characteristic grace. King Charles continues his duties, still smiling, still working, still being Pa. And William moves forward with quiet confidence, knowing he has carried his family through the storm, and that they carried him too. That one private moment, when a son honored his father as dad, and a wife watched it unfold with tears in her eyes, remains a reminder of what really matters when everything else is stripped away. Family. Love. The people who stay when the cameras leave. Thank you for letting me share this story with you. If it touched you the way it touched so many of us, please leave a comment and tell me what royal family moment has meant the most to you over the years. And if you'd like to see more stories that go behind the headlines, please like, subscribe, and join me again soon. Until next time, take care of the people who matter most to you.